Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called A Million Little Pieces. This is a 2018 movie. It is rated R. It runs an hour and 53 minutes. And the cast is Aaron Taylor Johnson, Billy Bob Thornton, Odessa Young, Giovanni Ribisi, Juliette Lewis, Dash Mihok, Charles Parnell. Thought there was at least one more person we knew, but that's about it for the cast. And the description: a drug dependent young man faces his past and his inner demons after he is interned on an institution for addicted. This is A Million Little Pieces. This one has been on my list. I didn't know if I would ever be able to watch it since the libraries are closed. I don't know why I have that glare there. Let me try this here. It's a little bit better. But yeah, this has been on my list. Usually it would be a movie I would try to get from the library, but I found other means in this time of the virus that I've been able to watch movies on different platforms, and so I was able to watch this one last night through a different platform that a friend suggested to me, and I really appreciate being able to watch movies like this that I otherwise would have never been able to be presented to. And I think it is worth seeking out if you can find it, like I did. But here's my review on it. I do have two movies up here. There we go. That I think are sort of like this, and I just want to throw it out there right away that this movie is about addiction. It is about drug use. It is about, are you able to overcome it or not? Are you able to, go through the steps even if you're fighting them? Are you still able to bring yourself to go through the steps? Are you able to help those around you even though you're going through what you're going through? And the two movies that I could sort of compare to this is Rent. I know it's a musical and everything, but it's very much about community and very much about relying on your friends and those around you even though you're going through the hardest of times. And that's really what A Million Little Pieces is trying to put out there, is that they're putting people in this, one of these world renowned rehabilitation centers, and it's all about community. Otherwise, these people, who knows where they would be, probably dead, right? And the other one is Logan. I know I just kind of threw that up there. It's kind of weird to relate this drama to a superhero type-ish movie, but if you've never seen Logan, it's really kind of like it's a grinding movie. It's one of the few superhero type-ish movies out there that is really dramatic, and it really is tough to watch because of what Logan is going through, and just that that personal anguish and that tough inner battle that Logan goes through. That's really kind of what we're presented with here in A Million Little Pieces. So just two movies I'm kind of trying to compare to let you know about the battle and the circumstances that our main character here in A Million Little Pieces, what he's going through. And it's kind of crazy, and I wanted to first off start by saying here that this movie might be tough for people to watch. Me personally, I was brought up in a Christian home, and I was raised right and not to watch these movies. And as I got older, I was able to watch more stuff, the more vulgar stuff and everything, as kind of a rebellion. But today being Monday, Thursday, and me hoping that all of you are safe and relying on the Lord in this holy week. it was nice watching a movie like this, so that I could put the message out there that people do need to rely on others, and people do need to, endure times of trial. That's what we're in right now. And this is the perfect movie to watch to remind yourself of that a little bit. Plus, you might have family that have dealt with all kinds of stuff, with drugs and addiction and alcohol, whatever it be. And if you're anything like our main character in this movie, it's kind of everything. You're kind of addicted to everything. So it's neat, I guess, that people make movies like this. It's about a tough subject. It's about a tough area, and it's nice that they throw in a star or two like Billy Bob Thornton. Uh, but it's tough to watch. I thought the characters did really well. Our actors did well with their characters. It's tough to be in a movie like this because you know what the source material is, and you're gonna have to really paint an image. I mean, you can't just sit back and say your lines. It's not that easy of a movie. So I do feel like the guy who was the supervisor of the area that we're in here for the alcoholics, he was a little dry. I didn't really get much from him. He was authoritative, but that wasn't really his. That wasn't all of his role. I was kind of expecting more out of him. And the only other thing that kind of brought this grade down was just the simplicity of it. I kind of expected more to happen. I kind of expected more of a story, more, things to shock me. There's a relationship in here. I kind of thought that that would mean more or be under more caution or something. I don't know. I was just expecting a little bit more. It's a pretty simple movie, straightforward movie. It does deal with real life problems. It does deal with some chaotic situations that people don't want to go through. And it might, like I said, it might be hard for people to watch because people have to deal with this stuff in their own lives and their own family. And rehab centers are kind of the last measure of hope for some people sometimes. So um, it's nice and it's kind of bad that it's about real life. It kind of is a struggle point, I think, for people if they decide to want to watch this or not. And I appreciate the messages. I appreciate the theme, but I thought it was a little bit too simple of a movie. I thought the characters and the actors could have invested themselves a little bit more because when you make a movie like this, you've got to invest yourself and you got to sell it hard. Otherwise, people might not get too much out of it. So yeah, I just want to suggest one more time that people seek this movie out if you're able to. It's called A Million Little Pieces, and I just hope that people are able to get something out of this if they need to. If you are struggling with anything, if you're addicted to anything, maybe you need some help. Maybe this is the message and the time that you need to hear that you need to find help. And I hope that I can be the voice of reason for somebody out there if that's what it comes to, because the Lord is watching over us, and there are places that want to help you, and there are facilities, and there's hospitals, and I'm sure that everybody out there that's dealing with something, I'm sure you have some family member that really cares for you and wants you to get out of your struggle that you're in. So I'll step off my soapbox now. I'm going to go have communion here at a local church for Monday, Thursday, and I hope God blesses your week. I hope God blesses your lives, and I hope that anybody that needed to hear this message hears it. And I'm going to give A Million Little Pieces a B, and I hope that the people who need to watch this movie will watch it. And if you want to watch something that's really dramatic and has at least one star that Billy Bob Thornton, then I hope you watch it for that reason also. A B for A Million Little Pieces. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give something to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy your movies, guys. Thanks.